Out there, today is another marvelous Thursday, and it is time for our usual weekly program, the Leadership 360 program on Metro TV. It's been an amazing journey so far with you. We are in the 13th week since we started this program. Regards to all of you out there, especially those on the team, the Leadership 360 team, for the encouragement, your contributions, the suggestions so far. It's been amazing. Today is another day to continue our journey of learning, unlearning, and relearning to accelerate the leadership drive that will provide us with a better and a sustainable or sustainably developed society. I am your regular host. Let's take a quick break from our sponsors, and when we are back, we shall continue the program.
Guys, now I'm tired. I'll go on a date with whoever gets here first.
Princess, really? Okay, I dey come.
Shut up!
Mame, Boss, fill my tank with Super XP Ron 95.
Fill up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goyle.
Sorry, Tony got here first, so I'm stepping with him.
Oh, cut him. Hey, go for that.
Choose Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience. Always go for Goyle Super XP Ron 95. Go.
I promise on my honor to be a better leader every day, faithful and loyal to my country, organization, and fellow team members, countrymen and women. I pledge myself to remain true to the core values of integrity and self-discipline through my daily choices and actions. My mind is alert, focused at all times. I shall show respect to everyone always and every time. I remain a better leader and team player always. So I pledge.
Welcome back, cherished viewers and audience. Today, indeed, is going to be another period of learning. We're going to dissect the topic mission, vision, and core values. It is our pledge to continue to provide that platform where we share knowledge and learn so as to unlearn whatever it is that is wrong in our minds and relearn the right stuff so that we can move in the right direction for the betterment of our society. We are live on Metro TV, DSTV channel 277 and online at on Facebook at Metro TV Ghana and online with V.U.C.A online radio. Today's topic, as mentioned, is going to focus on mission, vision, and core values. All of us, somehow, somewhere, we might have seen or have come across these words, either in organizations or in textbooks or write-ups everywhere. What do they really mean? And what do they convey? What are they meant for? Do we really, our organizations or teams, really caption these statements very well so as to inspire, commitment and productivity of their team members or their employees or staff? These are things we're going to look at today. What are the processes we can go through to arrive at a very, progressive or professional mission statement or vision statement and the core values? We're going to look at that as well. So These three concepts play a critical role in the life of every team, every organization. Without much ado, let's quickly go on to the first one. What is a mission statement? When we say a mission, what are we really talking about? A mission statement virtually or fundamentally relates to what a team or an organization sets out to do or is set up to do. It relates largely to the purpose, the very reason for the existence of that team or that organization. It spells out clearly the who the organization is or who the team is, what they do, where they do those things that they do, when they do them, and why they do those things. So mission statements seek to spell out clearly to team members or staff what the organization or the team is up to. What is the reason for the existence of that organization? Largely driven by the need to, or the zeal to satisfy a need. That is what we mean by a mission statement. So every organization has a mission. Every organization or every team has a purpose. And leaders must clearly spell out these purposes or this purpose for their team members or staff or employees to understand. Because this very mission statement provide a purpose for whatever the employees are doing, why they are doing what they are doing, and why it is very important that they cannot stop doing what they do on a daily basis, and why they have to leave their homes or their various residences or wherever living abodes to come to the organization's premises or work from home or whatever. What is their driving purpose? That is what we mean by mission. So mission statements also are very significant because they provide that direction. They provide a unifying purpose for team members. So we all do collectively something in common towards the attainment of why the organization or the team exists. That is why it is very important that every organization must spell out clearly. And the other part of it is that it is leaders' responsibility to ensure that the mission statement is projected at all times as a reminder to the staff or the team members so as to keep focus on or to keep their eyes on the ball and not be distracted from the main purpose for which the organization or the team exists. That is one of the, or that's some of the critical significances of mission statement. It also serves as an evaluation tool. With a mission, it sets the standard for performance measurement. We are to do A, B, C, D because it will satisfy this need or it will lead to the growth of the organization or it will satisfy a particular developmental need in society. So by that, standards are provided. And those standards are the evaluation tools used, in assessing whether the organization or the team is on course or not. So that is one of the other things that leaders need to focus their minds on. Let's quickly move on to vision. You'll say, what is more often than not, you hear people asking, what's the difference between vision and mission? They're all the same. Vision also spells out the purpose and all that. But today, let's take a quick look. So when we talk about vision, a vision is what the team or the organization aspires to become or wishes to become. So it is a futuristic statement that seeks to provide direction to or focus to the team or the organization so that at any point in time, they are inspired by that vision and say, we are working towards achieving that, vision for ourselves and the organization. We're going to look at some examples in due course, but fundamentally, vision relates to what a team or an organization seeks to become or what we hope to become. That is what vision is all about. So the difference here is that while mission spells out the purpose or the very reason for the existence of the organization, vision spells out what the organization hopes to become. So when we get to the examples, we're going to look at or examine more of the ingredients that go into that. It is very important to also understand that when it comes to vision, the two concepts, the vision and the mission statement, they are useful both internally and externally. Why are they so? Internally, they are used to elicit commitment from staff or team members. It gives an inspiration to members or members of the team or the employees of the organization. That is why you go out there, you see either on the website of organizations or within the premises, they spell it out clearly what the mission of the organization is. Believing that leaders, because it provides that strategic direction or it informs strategic thinking of leaders, leaders deem it fit to display all that statement to inspire, and motivate their team members or their employees or their staff towards that destination that they all want to be. So internally, it serves some of this purpose, and it reflects the organization's unique, capabilities as well, what they can do and what they do or what they seek to become. It demonstrates that to the staff or team members at any point in time. So when we talk about mission and vision, you cannot just underrate their significance. Externally, when mission and vision is spelled out clearly, it seeks to enlist external support, such as investors, regulatory agencies, social responsibility issues, and people get to appreciate the commitment or the contribution of the team or of the organization. So externally, it also serves as a public relation tool. Public relation tool because people get to appreciate, so this group of people or this organization or this company, this is what they do. This is what they are out there and what they are hoping to achieve. So when it comes to that, it is very important for leaders to know that you cannot form or perform very well with your team if you do not focus very much on mission and vision of your organization or of your team, because it provides direction, it provides purpose, it provides inspiration, it provides, motivation towards a desired destination. Now, let's look at the issue of why we have the need for core values. Let's look at core values. Now, the vision and the mission, or the mission and the vision, become more relevant, even more critical, when they are grounded on core values. The core values become the foundation of all these, mission and vision statements that we say provide the purpose and direction of the organization or the team. So what are core values? Core values basically has to do with, the kind of things that the team or the organization believes in. For example, if for want of a better word, you can say the fundamental principles, defining the behavior of team members or the organization. These are core values. So there are such examples like integrity, teamwork, diversity, all that become core values that a team must commit itself to. And right, as rightly said by our previous guest on this show last week, Captain Prince Kofi Amabin said that a leader must redefine a culture within the workspace so as to, enlist the trust of the followers or team members. So core values are largely determined by leaders, and leaders must live those values so as to, promote emulation from their team members. So leadership by example fits in here, where the leaders must live by example by those beliefs or what they believe in or what they seek to portray to the internal and external world as the values dear to the heart of an organization or a team. So you cannot have a successful execution of your mission and attainment of your vision if you do not have certain fundamental principles by which you live by. And these fundamental principles are what we refer to as the core values. And so core values, like if you look at it in the form of a building, the vision becomes the roof, the overarching, reason for the existence of the organization, while the mission becomes the lintel that keeps the roof stronger, and the core values become the foundation, the grounding of all the two mission and vision. Of course, if you read more about these concepts, you come across strategic pillars and strategic enablers that determine, the attainment or the smooth execution of mission and attainment of vision. But today we're not going to go into those details. But let me be quick to also mention that for you to push further the agenda of executing your mission rightly, the mission and the vision gives room for strategic planning or strategy development. Without strategies to execute the mission, the vision may not be attained. So that is why the pillars on which the vision and the mission stand must be strong enough and must be strategic in scope. So let's having defined all this, let's go ahead to look at some other. There are so many tools that are used in couching or in developing a mission or coming out with a vision or a mission and core values of a company or a team. But let's also quickly state that there are 3 key values that push the agenda towards strategy development. It is about communicating the purpose of the organization, strategy to be executed, and then measurable goals. So these measurable goals and the strategies will determine how the organization or the team wants to achieve what they want to achieve, especially when it comes to the vision. So here, when you come up with a strategy, the strategies must spell out clearly the goals and objectives. And that, as I said earlier, becomes the standard for performance measurement. So you hear in organizations, they say, what is your goal for the year? Or for the first half of the year, what are your goals or objectives for the year? You clearly spell them out. And at the end of the period, you are measured by those statements that, or those goals that you set out to achieve yourself or the team set out to achieve. And by that, evaluation sets in to determine whether the organization or the team is on course or not. Now, let's go, as before I came in with this particular slide, submission on this slide. I was going to talk about the fact that there are different tools, strategy development or vision, mission development tools that are used. Popular among them, you can think of SWOT analysis, you can think about pistol analysis, you can think about SAW analysis and all that. Now, in the current world, in the current space that we find ourselves in, what is more relevant and applicable that I would want to focus on in spelling to us what's the tool, the relevant tool to use in determining the mission and vision vis-a-vis the strategies to be adopted. We're going to focus on SAW. That is the strengths, opportunities, aspirations, and results. It's a built up on SWOT analysis. SWOT has to do with strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats. But SAW has built upon that SWOT and is now what is critically, relevant to most organizations. What does this generally mean? When you talk about strengths, obviously it indicates capacity within the company, or what does the organization or the team has the capacity, or what level of capacity does the organization have in doing what they say they want to do. So such questions like, what are we in for? What do we have as an advantage over other companies or teams? What is it that we do differently? What is it that we have that we know it comes to us naturally? Those are the things when it comes to, strength, determination of strength of. And when you are able to go through the question one after the other and critically provide truthful and sincere answers, you should be able to count or carve out a very meaningful mission. Now, let me put it out here also that you cannot have a mission statement that is either or. You cannot. You must have a mission, a singular mission that is focused, that provides focus for the team. You cannot set out as a team and say you want to do this or that. A company must have focus. And more often than not, mission statements are longer, though, than vision statements. So, in as much as they may be longer, you must have a singular mission that gives you focus. Now, opportunities within the SOAR relates to areas to explore. What are the what areas that we can explore? What are the avenues for improvement? What are the avenues that we can utilize to, achieve our mission or to attain our vision? These are things that you have to set out a strategic team to look at critically and determine what these things are. They help you to unearth and, critically look at the content you need for your mission and vision. It will also give you an idea whether you will be able to achieve those things or not, because opportunities there are in a space gives you an idea what it is that you can do. Aspirations speak to hope, what you hope to achieve. What are the things that, when it comes to who you are, where you want to be, how you get there, when do you want to get there? So at this point, it reminds me of the fact that vision statements or visions, last for a period. Averagely, they are between 5 to 10 years. That is the minimum and the maximum. And it does not mean that the vision statement cannot change, because as you continue to monitor your own activities, you may have to determine either new strategies towards the attainment of the vision, or you have to alter the vision as you get over a certain long period of time. Now, so in summary, we talk about the results. Before I summarize the whole thing on SOAR, the results will give you, when you do an analysis of the results you hope to achieve, by spelling out the goals, the objectives, and all that, you have a standard by which you measure your performance. The benchmark for measuring what you have attained within the period or what you hope to attain within the period. When you do this, all of them will culminate into determining what your actual mission is likely to be or is, and what vision you are likely to achieve. There are more details to the SOAR analysis. Is largely referred to as the appreciative inquiry into your own, action plans, or what you hope to, or what the organization hopes to or seek to achieve at any point in time. So by way of summary, before we go on our break, it must be borne in mind that SOAR is a strategic development tool that can be used to determine or shape your mission and vision and the core values. Mind you, as you examine the opportunities and you look at these issues both internally and externally, you are, gradually getting to the space where you appreciate exactly what you are out to do. So vision, mission, and core values are critical components of leadership and teamwork. You cannot have a very excellent productivity or performance if your attention shifts from your mission and your vision vis-a-vis your core values. They are grounded on this, your performance and productivity are grounded on these three core concepts. And so as leaders, we must realize that in our daily drive at performance or inspiring the team to move in the right direction, we have to provide that. Now, let's quickly go to some examples. On the Leadership 360 show, we have clearly defined our mission and vision, as well as the core values. But so just you can see on your screen, the core values of the leadership, the 360 is clearly spelled out. Our mission is promoting the redefinition of leadership and team mindset for a new and prosperous Africa through multimedia and physical engagement, as we are doing. Clearly, we have done our analysis, and we feel that one of the needs we have in society is leadership. We have spoken about it on this program largely. So our mission, the purpose for this program, is largely to contribute to redefinition of leadership and team mindset so that we can have that new and prosperous Africa. You know, how do we seek to do that? We're seeking to do that through multimedia and physical engagement. Physical engagements will follow, and it will come to an area closer to you sooner than later. Our vision, clearly, that is carved out of our mission, is a new and a prosperous Africa with selfless leadership. We want to see, we are seeking, or we are hoping to see an Africa with selfless leadership where the care for one another becomes the name or the rule of the game. And our core values on this program: leadership by example, integrity, selflessness, respect for diversity, transparency, and innovation. Day in, day out, our strategies are to come up with innovative ways of reaching out to you or pushing the agenda of a change mindset within our continent so that we can have a better leadership, experience. Now, another example from a corporate entity, as you can see, also clearly spells out what their mission is, what their vision is, and the values they have. Example came from Melrose Wakefield Healthcare. Is for just an example's sake, we have to use a not too known organization. So that is what you see. By their mission, they state clearly they exist to empower people to live their best lives by reimagining healthcare, advancing knowledge, and pioneering discovery. And they believe that as they do this, the vision where they are headed is to create the most equitable and frictionless healthcare experience in the world. Their target is the world at large. So you see clearly where they want to operate, how they want to operate, why they want to operate is clearly spelled out in there. And the core values are also clearly stated. One team, respect, inclusion, heart, courage, excellence. So it is not just for you to set out to do anything. Your daily activities as leaders and team members must be informed by the mission, vision, and core values that you subscribe to. And it is very important for all of us to bear this in mind. On these notes, let's take a quick break, and when we are back, we shall continue with the conversation.
Guys, now I'm tired. I'll go on a date with whoever gets here first.
Princess, really? Okay, I dey come.
Shut up!
Boss, fill my tank with Super XP Ron 95.
Fill up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goyle.
Sorry, Tony got here first, so I'm stepping with him.
Oh, cut him. Hey,
Choose Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience. Always go for Goyle Super XP Ron 95. Go.
Welcome back, cherished viewers and audience. So far, we have been examining the three concepts: mission, vision, and core values that apply to teams, organizations, communities, countries, and even continents. In not too far distant year, I think about 3 years ago, even AU, the African Union, came out with Agenda 2060, where they spell out clearly what the vision for Africa is about. It is very important that vision and mission and core values are determined so that at any point in time, the team or the organization knows where they are going. The phone lines are open for your contribution and your questions. Reach us on 0531 982298. 0531 982298. If you are outside Ghana, just add +233 and you'll get through us. We are continuing our discussion live on DSTV channel 277. If this is your first time of tuning in into the show, just a quick notice that this show comes off every Thursday at 2 p.m. or 1400 GMT, and there's a repeat on Saturday at 1:30 p.m. or 13:30 p.m. 13:30 GMT. So it is a program that is designed for you and I to appreciate and re-examining ourselves for a better society. Derek from Kumasi.
Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon. Derek from Kumasi.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, please, good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
Please go ahead.
About what?
Hello. Sorry, viewers, I guess Derek didn't know why he called into the program. So we'll continue with the program. We are talking about mission, vision, and core values. All leaders appreciate these three concepts. As a leader, these three concepts must become your daily focus of action. You must always ask yourself the question, why do we work? Why do we commit ourselves every day to come and carry out a task? That is the mission. And the long-term plan, the vision of the organization, your contribution is aimed at helping the organization or the team to attain a certain destination. How do you get your team to appreciate that? Good afternoon, Alaji Yaya from Tamale.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Yeah, I would like us to analyze the mission, vision, and core values of Ghana Civil Service. The mission of Ghana Civil Service is the civil service exists as a central public administration organization to provide technical and administrative support for the executive for improved service delivery to the citizenry in a professional and cost-effective manner. Then, going to the vision of the civil service, the vision also says that it's a modernized, customer-sensitive public organization providing world-class services and advice. And to achieve this with their core values, they say core values, of civil service, values of civil servants must uphold professionalism, integrity, client sensitivity, impartiality, accountability, and transparency. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As I indicated, not to attempt to go into, the nitty-gritties, I will say that the vision, mission, and the core values are clearly spelled out. They are defined. However, it is not just about spelling out clearly some of these things or spelling out your vision and mission and core values. It is the leader's business or responsibility to ensure that they demonstrate, and build capacity of team members to to live by those mission, vision, or to deliver the mission and work towards attainment of the vision. The core values must be lived by the leaders themselves. So if you ask, we analyzing, I will leave the question onto each and every one of us to ask, are we seeing that kind of core values? Are they being, lived by the leaders and the staff and all that? This is one of the reasons why we are examining this topic today, to, ignite or trigger some self-consciousness, self-introspection for all of us within our workplaces, be it in the civil service or in the private sector, to ask ourselves the question, even here on our Metro TV station, to ask ourselves, how are we contributing to living the core values or delivering on the mission towards the attainment of the vision for our organization? So we are not going to go into the nitty-gritties of whether the mission is rightly stated or it is being delivered or what. But I feel that at any point in time, the onus is on all of us to go back and critically ask ourselves these questions. We will take this call, and when we come back, we'll look at whether we have some WhatsApp messages as well. Kwabena J from Kwabena, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Kwabena J. It appears we have lost Kwabena J. Let's see if we have some WhatsApp messages, and I will get back. Okay, we don't have WhatsApp messages yet, so we will still wait for you to send your messages. Doug Robert from Accra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brother.
And welcome to the Leadership 360 show.
Thank you. Today is my first time viewing the program. I just fall in love with this. My question is that vision and mission, which one should come first? In terms of if you are writing them down, what should be the first? Is the vision or the mission? I just want a clarification on that. Thank you.
All right. For us on this program, it is to spell out clearly, what do you want to solve? What problem or what issue do you want to solve? When you go through the process, you are going to determine the vision. What is the vision? And then what is the mission to carry out that vision or to get to that vision? So the mission may be stated, the vision may be stated before the mission, but what happens is that the mission is a daily activity or is a daily focus of action towards the attainment of the vision. It does not matter how it is stated in your books or in your website or whatever. What matters most that they are well captioned, they are well captured to inspire and motivate your team towards working hard to achieve that vision. So the vision, yes, may be stated clearly for members to appreciate where the destination is, and the mission must also be clear. But it doesn't matter which one is stated first. But usually, the mission is determined by the vision that you have ahead of you. Francis from Kaneshe, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Francis from Teshi, good afternoon.
From Teshi, yeah. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm really enjoying your program.
Thank you.
I want to ask, assuming you are taking over a new organization, at what point will you advise that as a new leader taking over an organization, at what point would you want to, reorient the staff and then to roll out your vision? First of all, to educate them on your vision. Is it also advisable that you involve them to carve a vision for the organization? or as a new leader, you come up with your own vision, mission, and then core values to educate them. I just want to know at what point would you want to do that, and then should you also involve them to come up with vision statements, and that's
all right.
Thank you.
So getting on board an organization or a team as the leader, first of all, you need to appreciate a lot of things with the team or the organization. What has been in existence? What has been the order of the day? What has been the performance of the organization? What has been the drive towards the stated vision? Or if there is none at all, you may want to appreciate all these things by going through a critical analysis, gathering all the relevant information to get to the point where you are convinced that indeed there is the need for a new direction or a new focus. And it is only at that point that even by you embarking on asking information, gathering information, you would have already enlisted some suggestions from the team members or existing team members and even newcomers. You would have collected and collated some views on how things have been done in the past and how things can be done better or can be made better. Then at that point, you need to sit back and carve out or frame, a redefined vision or mission so that the team members will get educated on those things and appreciate what it is. Of course, involving your team in crafting a vision for the organization or the team is the best way to go, because it's already, by so doing, you gain their trust, you gain their inputs. So they see themselves as part and parcel of that whole vision that has been carved out for the organization or for the team. So they own it. They tend to own the vision and they tend to own the mission as well and drive it. And when it is achieved, everybody feels part and parcel of it. But I have come across situations where leaders take over and then say, my vision. If it is your vision, you are going to execute it all by yourself, because a lot of people may not understand what you want to do. So it is very important that collectively a vision is, developed. But where a leader develops a vision, that vision must be sold to the team members. They must be convinced. They must be shown the benefits to be derived thereof, how it inures to the benefit of the entire team, the entire organization, and how it will solve a bigger problem, and that is what is, critical. So involvement of the team members to a large extent is very important. So organizations embark on strategy sessions where they collate views from unit managers, where it's expected that the unit managers also collate views or seek views from their team members in order to develop a very, all-embracing or encompassing vision for the organization. And that is the way to go. You cannot take over an organization and on your own determine or think that the issue of vision must be all by yourself. That is what I will say to that. Let's get back to the WhatsApp and see if we have, the WhatsApp line is still open. I guess everybody is pushing to call through instead of the WhatsApp line. But viewers, these three concepts, they are very deep issues that can, transcend a week or even months before you arrive at the right, statements and then strategies to adopt in pushing the agenda. But we deem it fit to bring it to our notice because the leadership must define the purpose. Why do we seek to do what we want to do? And where do we want to get to in doing what we are doing? As clearly stated on this program, our vision is to see a selfless leadership in Africa, a new and prosperous Africa with selfless leadership. Alaji, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome to Leadership 360 program.
Yeah, I like the program. May God bless you.
Thank you.
Is vision born out of mission, or mission is born out of vision? And then my second question is, when you have a vision and mission for an organization, that built a very goodwill for itself, and then uses a different practice out of their vision and then vision in the actual business.
All right, thank you, Alaji. I guess your second part was just a contribution. The first part is vision born out of mission or mission out of vision? As I clearly spelled out earlier to a caller, vision actually gives rise to mission sometimes, but others approach it that mission, based on your mission, where do you want to get to? But by our definition and our standard, we believe that you must set out to solve a problem, and that problem becomes the vision, and the vision gives rise to what are the things you exist to do to solve that problem. So that is the comment I will pass on that. So by that, we believe missions are born out of mission. But it can be flipped over, and a vision will come out of a mission as well. Now, at this point, as indicated, we are seeking to have a selfless leadership in a new and a prosperous Africa. So one of the key things, core values that we seek to, project and preach out there is an honor code that is acceptable across board. A leadership honor code that when bought into, when we all subscribe to that, it can help in developing the right leadership qualities towards the attainment of, the kind of world, Africa, we want to see. So let's take a look at our honor code, and we shall be right back.
I am a proud and firm African. I will take a stand. I will lead and be the change. Come and take my hand. For the safety, honor, and welfare of my country and company come first. Always and every time. The honor, welfare, and comfort of the people I lead come next. My own ease, comfort, and safety come last. Always and every time.
Welcome back, cherished viewers. As you have seen in our honor code, indeed, if we all subscribe to making our own comfort and ease and safety as leaders as the last resort, and it comes always last, the selfless leadership that we seek to preach and see as a vision for our continent will come to fruition. We urge all of us, all of you viewers out there, to embrace this honor code, that in all things, regardless of the circumstances you find yourself, you should ensure that your team members, as a leader, your team members' welfare, safety, and comfort or honor must come first before yours. And by that, we will get there. Now, let's quickly look at, drawing from that honor code, let's have a food for thought for today, which goes like this. Making a mistake is not a mistake. It's an opportunity for you to learn and grow. Mistakes as leaders that we have made, yes, it's not strange. You can make mistakes. Opportunity is there for you to learn and grow. But making something wrong the first time also is not a mistake. It is your chance to correct it. We have the chance to correct the mistakes that we have made the first time. But not doing anything or repeating the same mistakes over and over, creating the same situation over and over because of your unwillingness to learn from it is the mistake. Let's think about it. And I believe that if we take mistakes as opportunities as lessons that we can draw for our growth, we will all make a headway in whatever we set out to do. May our zeal at creating a better society, a sustainably developed Africa come to fruition with your support. And I believe that with a clearly stated mission, vision, and core values that we all subscribe to, as team members and as leaders, our organizations, our teams, our countries, and our communities will see a better place. Next week, we shall be back on this show to examine yet another critical tenet of leadership in our society. And tune in, make it a date with us, a date to tune into the program, and we shall continue to learn, unlearn, and relearn to accelerate that process towards our development as a country and as a continent. On this note, I wish all Ghana people a happy Homoa celebration, and may the good Lord keep us safe, and see you next week. Bye.